Yo, 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 what's up? It's your main man, CD Rome, back in effect. Watch Your Narrative podcast. Guess what, guys? We're still talking about top 15. We're still talking about top 15. And I just want to say this. If you have not heard the previous episode, stop right now. Stop right now. Go back and listen to the previous episode where we talked about 15 through 11. This episode, we're going to talk about 10 through 6. We're going to talk about 10 through 6. We're going to get right into it. We got the same heavy hitters, the same heavy hot takes. Get ready. Tune in, guys. We are live. Watch Your Narrative. Yo, 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 man. It's your main man, CD Rome. Welcome back to a live action episode of Watch Your Narrative. We are live on set, Watch Your Narrative podcast. We have the same hot heavy hitters ready to talk basketball, top 15 basketball. Welcome. What's up, Ace Boogie with the hoodie? What's up, brother?
Hey man, glad to be back for the episode, man. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm just so flabbergasted from the last episode. I had to catch my breath. I'm ready to come back and fight some more.
Yo, what's up? And we also got my main man, Lion Watkins. Day, what's up, bro?
Yo, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up? And 5 times Wavy, big time. 5 times, big Wavy. What's up, bro?
You know, it kind of baffles me that my friend said that he got to come back and fight for breath and catch his breath. Maybe your list wasn't that great. I'm just saying.
I can't wait to break those lists down, guys. I can't wait to do it. Yo, and we got back by popular demand, my main man, B Maze. What's up, Maze?
What's happening? What's up? What's going on?
What's up, man? What's up? What's going on? Yo.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. So, you missed last episode, top 15. So we're gonna catch you up. We're gonna catch the viewers up. But like I said before, as a listener, if you have not heard the previous episode, stop. Go back to last episode and listen to 15 through 11. We don't want to spoil anything for you because the spoilers are about to come right now. Let's get into it. Producer Dave, line them up. Let's see. Number 15 on Watch Your Narrative, top 15 players going into the 23-24 season. Number 15, Anthony Davis. Number 14, Jaylen Brown. Number 13, Jimmy Buckets Butler. Number 12, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then number 11, my main man, Donovan Spider Mitchell. B Mays, what are your thoughts? Did we get it right? Do you think Watch Narrative got it right? What you thought? What you think?
It's hard for me to argue. They didn't quite shake out like I had it. However, for the most part, it's hard for me to argue with where you got
at least that those five guys slotted. So, I'm interested to hear everybody's kind of reasoning on where they slotted these guys, but not too much argument. Not too much argument from me.
God, good. Well, listen, we ain't gonna waste no time, guys. We don't want to waste no time. Let's get into this. Number 10. We are at the top 10 now. Top 10. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road to me, because this is where it gets hard. This is where you really start to look at people's lists like, how? Why? What you do that for? And plus, there's some guys that I haven't seen yet that I'm waiting to see, that I know better be on this top 15 list. Let's go. Top 10. Number 10. Who we got? Number 10 from the Valley, Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker. Devin Booker. Let's talk about these stats. Played 53 games, averaged 27.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting a field goal percentage of 49.4%, a 3-point percentage of 35.1, same as Jimmy Butler, a free throw percentage of 85.5, an effective field goal percentage of 54.6 with a PER of 22, win share 6. Devin Booker, who's also playing alongside next season Kevin Durant. So I want to start with Big Wavy. Big Wavy, what's your thoughts, man? Number 10, Devin Booker. Maybe having technical difficulties there. Let's switch. Let's go to Maze. Talk to us, B.
Surprisingly, this is I know you said, hey, no spoilers, but this is exactly where I had him listed. Actually, I had him at 10. I probably would have had him higher, given if not for the fact that they're gonna have some time, some rotations to work out with KD and with Bradley Beal. I think that's gonna affect him. I think it'll make them probably more effective as a player once they kind of get it figured out. But I think his production will drop a little bit naturally just because of the style of play that those guys, him and Beal, essentially play the same position. So I kind of probably would have had him maybe a little higher if not for that. But I'm good with 10.
Gotcha. Wavy, I hear you back. Talk to us. What you think, Devin Booker?
I'm back,
number
baby.
10.
Was having some camera difficulties, but we back in. Bingo, number 1. This is I mean, if I was gonna put him somewhere, this is probably where I would put him. I'm not gonna reveal with my list, but I'm guessing y'all already know where I got D-Book at. D-Book is slowly gonna be is becoming one of my favorite players in the league. I think after KD retires, I'm actually gonna be paying more attention to his game. Last year in the playoffs, and I know we're not supposed to be discussing that, we're supposed to be talking about the season, but in the playoffs, this man went nuclear. Just having KD by his side and not having to get double teams, which we know that Devin Booker hates. He hates double teams. We had a whole viral video talking to Joakim Noah about why y'all double team me? How do we get better? It's summertime. I got to deal with this all season. Well, guess what, D-Book? You ain't got to deal with this no more. You got Kevin Durant. You got Bradley Beal. Both are capable of averaging 30 a game. So you have no excuses this year. I do agree with Brandon in the fact that I think that his production probably will tail off, but that's natural. When KD was playing with Draymond, Steph, and Clay and Golden State, Steph's stats kind of took a little bit of a hit. Draymond ain't been the same since, in my opinion. Klay Thompson ain't been the same since, in my opinion. Now, Klay Thompson has had some good moments, but he ain't been the same. So that's just natural when you form a big three in the league. I look forward to big things. I think this is the perfect place for Devin Booker to go.
All right. And Boogie, talk to us. What you think?
All right. Well, I mean, I've made no secret that I'm not no Devin Booker fan. I'm just felt like that people were crowning him a little bit too early. But I will say this. I think that's a little low, in my opinion, for Devin Booker. And the reason why I say that is I think going into next season, with Chris Paul not being on the team, I actually think that the Suns would try experimenting with him at the 1. And I think that his scoring numbers may go down, but I think we may see a career year assist-wise from him. Looking at how he played in the playoffs the last couple of seasons, I mean, Devin Booker's definitely got game. I feel like sometimes he gets caught up in taking a lot of contested mid-range shots, but overall, I mean, he is a lethal scorer in the NBA, and he has garnered my respect. I mean, not that he was asking for it, but he definitely is a top 10 player in the NBA. I can't disagree with the spot, but I actually had him a little higher in my list.
Yeah, that's a great take, actually. That's very interesting as far as, definitely probably may be a little bit more on ball as far as the point. So assist, I agree with that. Assist may go up. So that's a great point. Lion, what you think?
Well, good. No, really though, Devin Booker, that jugger, he is another mention on my list of dogs. That guy, a lot of people started putting to his name that he was either like or going to be the next Kobe of a couple years ago. And I can't really attest to that. But in terms of just being a lethal scorer, a guy who can go get you a bucket when you need a bucket, a consistent player, a tough guy, and even a lot of people wouldn't even put as a defensive player to his name, but when he needs to, he kind of does do that at times. Kind of like what I used to see Carmelo Anthony do. Carmelo was never no defensive player, but if it came down to it, when a joker had to be tough, he would do that, and I see Devin Booker do that. Top 10 player, I could put him there. Yeah.
Okay. Carmelo. Oh man, excuse me. You threw me off a little bit when you said him. But
I didn't say that he was Carmelo Anthony. I was
no,
one small quality I was comparing.
It's just the thought of his name just brings sad to tears, man.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when you say it.
I'm sorry. Trigger words. Trigger words.
I understand.
It's too fresh.
I definitely understand.
Way too fresh. Way too fresh.
I definitely understand.
You
I
understand.
definitely understand.
For
Sid,
sure.
'cause
KD go
I
there.
just
You understand. Ooh.
Did I miss
Ooh,
something
boy.
that was said and Carmelo? Have I missed something? We can maybe talk
let's
about.
go watch episode 1 of season 3.
Yeah,
please.
we'll
Go back. All right.
we'll probably talk about it offline, man. Skip
Yeah,
first.
let's talk
Pull
about
up
it.
first.
Let's talk about it.
He was there. He was
Okay.
there.
I was there.
That poor man.
I was there though. I was there
was
every
there.
time. Okay. All right. So listen, Devin Booker, I had him a little bit what's the word I should say? Going more towards the 15 spot. So going back the other way. All love to Devin Booker. All love. I think he's a great player. But the biggest reason why is I kind of thought about the fact that he's going to be playing alongside Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. So his numbers will certainly take a little bit of a hit, and that will allow another player like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of some sort who's not playing alongside guys like that to, edge their way closer up, So, but Devin Booker is definitely, without a doubt, deserving to be on this list. No question at all. So number 9, let's get to number 9, guys. Let's see what we got. It's getting a little tricky. I'm still waiting on some faces I ain't seen yet, but let's see. Number 9. Ooh, number 9, LeBron James, formerly number 4 on our list. Number 9, LeBron James. Let's talk about these stats here. Played 55 games, averaging 28.9 points. Might as well say 29. Rebounds 8.3, assists 6.8, shooting field goal percentage 50% from the field, shot 32% from 3. Free throws percentage, we know he's never great with that, but 76.8 from the free throw. Effective field goal percentage 54.9 with a PER of 23.9 and win shares of 5.6. I hear this guy talk about the LA Lakers all the time on Facebook. B Mays, what you think?
I actually had him slotted, and this might be basketball sacrilege to say, but I actually had LeBron slotted towards the bottom third of my list. Still in the top 15, obviously. especially coming off the year he had. I just think in this upcoming year, he may be looking to kind of, and not because okay, my ranking for him, for ranking him where I did, doesn't have anything to do with his ability. I just think his wanting to kind of spread the load around a little bit more. And I think LeBron is smart enough to recognize that for them being the Lakers, for them to really get to where they want to be, they really want to challenge in the West, not just getting into the play-in, getting out of the first round. They want to try to get to the conference finals again. Did I say again? Yeah, if they want to get to the conference finals again, if they want to get to the finals, he's going to have to share some of that load, which means other guys are going to have to step up. So I think that's going to be a focal point for the team this year. I think it will help them in the long run, but I do see his overall season. I think he'll fall back a little bit towards the bottom part of that list for me. That was my reasoning. So there's no slight on him as a player, though.
Yeah. What you think, Lion?
This is LeBron, man. As far as we all see and we all know, the Lakers ain't doing nothing without LeBron. And we put AD on this list. AD can't lead a team to. He can lead the team to the playoffs, maybe, but not very high. But man, LeBron has as far as I can put it, LeBron has always been consistent. He's always been above 25 a game.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a model. He's the definition
yes
of consistent when it comes to NBA players.
Yes, absolutely. And as far the reason why we put LeBron so low on this list, because it is low. It's LeBron we're talking about. It's low, even at his age. It's just because of his age. Because he old, man. He can't play as many games. He got 55 games this season. The slight roll of an ankle is detrimental for this guy. If anybody would have.
Or his yearly groin injury that he gets.
Yearly groin injury.
Year.
But these things happen. These things happen.
They do happen, and we have no choice. We're imperfect beings, 37, 38-year-old, man.
Yeah.
The only reason, and that to me, I feel like is the only reason why we got him so low here.
Yeah.
Is at time. It is low.
Yeah.
So was he higher on your list, Lion, or
he was higher on my list?
He was higher on mine too, JP.
He could have been
in that. Wait.
on mine, honestly. I went around
much, but he was higher.
Brandon, and I'm gonna tell you this, JP, he's definitely in that range, but I ain't got him at 9. I don't know, not yet. Now I do think. I guess I'll go into my take. Said.
Go ahead.
I do think that he is about to hit that proverbial cliff that Max Kellerman so eloquently stated about Brady, and I know it's two different sports, but I feel like it's coming, and I feel like I'm not even the biggest LeBron James fan, but I'm not willing to accept it yet. I'm just not willing. So I got him a little
feel
bit.
Like we'll see it this year.
I do feel like we're going to see it this year. I do.
You're going to see what?
A decline.
So you're going to see a decline, but you had him higher on your list.
Yes, I do, because we're basing it off of last season and going into the season.
Exactly, right. Going into next season.
Going into the next season, yes. I got LeBron as definitely a top. I almost gave away my seat. I'm almost giving away my status. I definitely got him he's a top 8 player in the league, in my opinion. Yes, right now. As it stands, if they got on the court today, he's a top 8 player in the league. Now, do I think he might finish the season there? I don't know. But it's good chances he will. I think we just write him off. Every year, we write this man off, and he's in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
He's beating teams that he shouldn't
and he
beat.
gives us 29 points per game.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. With 50% shooting from the field.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. See. I feel like again, I have to be here as the voice of reason, right?
No,
now,
your list is just trash.
Now, no. Now, I'm actually 100% in agreement with Brandon Mays, with Hoop Lover here, right? He's definitely top 15. I'm not going to say he's not top 15. I am not a big LeBron James fan. Everybody knows it. He's definitely a top 15 player, but he's not in that top echelon. He's not in the top 10. He should not be. The fact of the matter is that the amount of games that he plays per season gets lower and lower and lower. And it's because of injuries and it's because of age. And that's fine. That's just life. That's nothing against him and his basketball talent, because if you look at his stats, I mean, my goodness, when he's on the floor, he's hooping. But I mean, we got to take availability as also part of the skill set. And when you got a player as old as he is, that's got the amount of offensive load that he has, I mean, you got to take into account. Now, he is definitely top 15. But I mean, honestly, to have him at number 9 above some of the players that we've already discussed that are doing the same thing and have the same, I would actually say have the same amount of load that LeBron has on his shoulders. I think it's a little disrespectful to them,
Okay,
but he
well,
is all-time
so
great.
let's put it out there. Name a name that we've already talked about that you feel like should be higher than LeBron on this list.
Give me the 15. Give me 15 through 11 again.
All right, 15 through 11. Number 15, Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown.
I'm sorry. All right, the answer to that is Jimmy Butler. I had to think about it.
What?
Jimmy Butler.
It's better than LeBron?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, going into next season, Jimmy Butler should be ranked higher than LeBron James.
Okay. I can concur with that based on
plays more games, doesn't give you as many points, right? But as far as like the field goal percentage, the 3-point percentage, they're all better. Effective field goal rating is better. Free throw percentage is better. So ultimately, as we discussed, Brandon, you wasn't here for the last episode, but I asked a very simple question. When you judge a basketball player, it should be based on how good does that player affect getting the ball into the hoop, and how good does that player affect other players from not getting the ball to the hoop?
Wait a minute.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
It's very simple. Hey, is there any way we could pull up Jimmy Butler's effective field goal percentage? Because I think he was shooting 56%, wasn't it?
57.
57. So let's see, you 0.1, and then you got 2.1%.
Jimmy Butler has a 56% effective field goal.
1.1.
No, but for even
that's better.
Effective, like he shot better from the field. He shot better from the 3. He shot better.
Yeah,
LeBron has never been known as a shooter.
This is
LeBron.
This logic of
improved as
he's not known as a shooter, but then he's shooting a better percentage. That doesn't make sense.
LeBron has improved as a shooter.
He's improved, but Jimmy Butler is still a better shooter.
Jimmy Butler PER was higher, and his win share was higher.
I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to LeBron, because Jimmy Butler will never be LeBron. I mean, let's be.
But you just said he was better
going into next season.
But see, again, are we? This is sounding like. Some of this is sounding like Lifetime Achievement Award versus looking at over the coming into.
It's name recognition. This is what I feel like some of this list is name recognition.
So listen,
and full disclosure, I did not look at any of these statistics. I haven't looked at one stat going into my list.
Hey, I got you, B. I got you.
My list was compiled fully off of just the proverbial eye test, right? Like, okay, what do I feel going into next year? So you guys are probably going to be able to support your arguments with numbers much better than I am. But
you're right, B. No, but you're right. You put him at the bottom of the 15, like at the bottom third is where I had LeBron.
Yeah, it's just, and like I said, it's not, my reasoning was not that his production will drop off that much. It's just, he's going to want to not play as many games, which I understand. He's going to, like Lon said, you roll that ankle or you pull that groin at 30. What is he going to be, 39?
Yeah, 39.
You pull that at 39 versus 19. That's a whole different situation. Pulling that groin muscle at 19. So any little bump and bruise is going to affect him a little bit more. I just think that he's going to want to kind of, I'm not going to say coast, but he's going to want others to kind of, and I think
and that's fair though, B.
Guys on their roster will
Right.
play much better, that he won't have to do as much. And so you'll just naturally see kind of a drop off in production, but his effectiveness, production to me and effectiveness are two different things. Because you can be very productive and not be very effective.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be extremely effective as he always is, but he just won't be as productive. But I was kind of just going off of what do I think about next year and what these going to look like next year. That's kind of why I had
watch your narrative. Number has LeBron James at number 9. Let's watch your narrative, nation. We're gonna put out a poll. Do you think going into next season that Jimmy Butler should be higher than LeBron James?
Oh,
yes or no? We're gonna put a poll
and I'm
out.
gonna keep it a buck. That's not gonna be a fair poll. Reason being,
it's not.
Reason being, we got them diehard Bron fans.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Regardless,
Me saying that Jimmy Butler is better than LeBron going into next season doesn't sound right. But when
it doesn't sound crazy.
When you look at it,
it doesn't sound crazy. And I may have
he clearly
overreacted
is
a little bit, like I said. But I did kind of
hedge
my take. Say what?
I said you overreacted.
Yo, so let's move forward from LeBron. Let's move forward from LeBron. LeBron James,
real quick. I gotta
go ahead.
Real quick prediction. LeBron James, 25 points per game.
No.
7 rebounds. 6 assists next year. Same amount of games.
You said 25.
That's my prediction. 25 to go down.
I say 25, 6, and 5.
25, 6, 6.
And he's going to play 50 games.
Yeah.
Because he's going to try to load up for the playoffs, which I don't think works.
I say 26, 6, and he'll probably have more assists. I'll say 7.5.
Ooh.
Guess what? JP. I mean, I'm the ultimate truth teller. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, man. LeBron going into a year 21. I don't think that he's very interested into the season, to be honest with you. I think he's just trying to buy this time till Bronny gets in. So I'm gonna say he's gonna average 23 points a game.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say 6 rebounds and 5 assists. I think we're gonna see a pretty big drop off.
Write that down, Wavy.
JP, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was legit finna say LeBron 20 points per game.
Yeah,
no,
it's gonna be a big drop off.
Producer Dave, let's move forward. So number 8. Let's talk about number 8. Let's see where we at. Number 8.
That's too low.
Too low. Time.
Too low.
Dame.
Too low.
Dollar. Dame Dollar from the Portland Trail Blazers. Let's talk about these stats. 58 games this year. They shut him down at the end. Would have played more, but average 32.2 points, rebounds 4.8, assists 7.3, shooting field goal percentage 46.3 from the 3-point line, shooting 37.1%, free throw percentage 91.4, which gave him effective field goal percentage of 56.4. PER very high, 26.7 with win shares of 9. I am going to let my man Ace Boogie kick us off here. What's your thoughts, man?
Hey, no, you know what? Actually, I want, if it's okay with the host, go ahead and let Wavy go. Because if he gonna blaspheme on Dame's lane, I want to have a chance to rebuttal that. So I would like for him to go first if that's okay.
Go ahead.
So, I think this is too low for Dame. I really do. For this one episode, am joining the Dame train and saying that this is too low for Dame. I've got 2 names up under him that I think are they may be, you may take them over Dame, but as far as what I want, this is my personal list. As far as what I want in a basketball player, Dame exhibits everything that I want. I think this is too low. Reason being, the man just, I think that was his career high he just averaged last year with 32.2 points a game. 4.8 rebounds, so he can get you boards and being a miniature guard. Was that his career high in assists also? JP? 7.3?
Yes, it was his
Because
career
I got
year.
all his
It was a
stats
career
here. I
year.
have all his stats.
It was a
in front of
career
me.
year.
I wasn't sure how everything was gonna be set up for this episode. Once again, appreciate you, David. But I got him a few spots up, literally a few spots up, and y'all probably not gonna agree with the players I got him over, except for one. But I got Dame a little bit higher. I contrary to JP's popular belief, I just think I go at Dame so tough because I know that number one, it's gonna get JP riled up. My favorite thing to do on this show. It makes for great content. Number two, I think as a whole, sometimes we get a little bit caught up in that not running, like he's loyal, not running from the grind. He's one of them old school 90s top players. They stay on their team their whole career and never win. I feel like we just get caught up in that, but I actually got him a little bit higher, JP. So I hope I threw you off a little bit because you thought probably I was gonna be like, oh, that's too high. That's too high. Blase. No, I don't think that's too high. But I will say, a take that I had before we started filming these series of episodes is it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. We watch your Narrative Nation play. Come on, pay me up here. Come on, please. Come on, let's go. Let's get his name said. Come on, please.
I know. I'm with you. Yo, Lion, talk to us. What you think, buddy?
Hey, man. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I will not lie. I did not have Dame up this high. I will not lie. And I'll tell you why. And it's kind of a little bit blasphemous in terms of saying that I put SGA up. But Dame is a very high scoring player consistently. Not just this season. This season we see him with 32. That's the most he ever had. But that team is remarkably bad. And that team is remarkably bad. But is another thing too. It's impressive that he's able to score so much with the amount of attention that he gets on this team. But when you see it in his shooting percentage at 46, that's a lot of shots for 32. And that is why, for the main part, that I did not put him up that high. We see him with 56. That's the same amount as Jimmy, a little higher than LeBron. I think, was that the same as Jaylen Brown? Regardless, I've always regarded Dame. That's 6 years ago as a top 10. 6 years ago, top 10. 5 years ago, top 10 player. Always. Great offensive player. Top 5 point guard. Also, all those things. They're tough. 8, I just feel it's a little too high though. Personally, that's just me.
So let me let me touch the floor real quick, if y'all don't mind. I know I'm usually moderator hosting here, but I need to get in here real quick. So number one, I think this is spot on with Dame. You know, honestly, me looking at my own personal list, I would say somewhere between 6 and 8 for Dame Dollar. But I'm looking at the stats here, and I want to challenge Mr. Boogie on something because I know he loves Dame Lillard the same way I love him, adores him the same way I do. But last episode, you talked about not having Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on your list, and I'm looking at these stats. I love Dame. But looking at these stats, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31.4 shooting field goal percentage was in the 50s, and he also made the play-in. Make the play-in in the Western Conference. I love Dame. I love it. But I'm telling you like what you're doing right now, you're being a hypocrite.
Nope.
You're being a hypocrite. Because
if I could,
and they teams evenly sorry.
Last episode,
and they teams evenly sorry
Alexander on your list because he's on a bad team but playing great. What is Dame doing?
Okay, so can I talk?
Before you start,
can I speak?
Talk about it.
Before you start, please let me say this. Said I ain't gonna lie. It looked like we said who got the worst list so far. This boy is Usain Bolt right now. He's out in front of everybody. Come on, JP.
So when you talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right? What Dame has done this season is really nothing overall special. That's what he's done for his entire career, as he's made the playoffs every single year, aside from these last 2 seasons. Right now, they had a chance to make the play-in, but as you mentioned before at your outset, Portland Trailblazers shut Dame down at the end of the season instead of trying to fight for the play-in. So they very well could have been right there in the mix too. Second of all, right, as you mentioned, the roster that the Trailblazers have is so horribly bad. Now, I had a feeling that y'all was going to come at me about some bull crap like this. So I went ahead and looked up some stuff for y'all. Nobody on this list makes the same difference on a team than what Damian Lillard does, aside from what I would assume would be the top 2 or 3 people on this list. Without Dame, right, the Portland Trailblazers are almost 7 points worse a game. They shoot almost 2% worse a game. They have almost 1% less assist a game. And the 3-point shooting is worse by a point and a half, right? Dame, as a 6'3" guard, cannot do it all. I hate to say it. You know, I was listening to a radio station, NBA radio, Sirius XM. It's good listen. Outside of Isaiah Thomas, there has not been a 6'3" guard that has dominated a game, right, and been able to actually win with really, honestly, no pieces around it. Outside of Isaiah Thomas, the only one to win a chip. I put it like that. Now, you can have small guards as lead guards, and they can win you some games, but as far as like getting things done, it's tough for a small guard to do it. And Damian Lillard is a small guard.
Did Steph Curry get abducted by aliens or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. I'm sorry. That was the other name that was mentioned. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He did say
Whoa,
with no
Lord.
pieces. He did say with no pieces around him.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but I mean, Isaiah Thomas was able to. Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry too, definitely. But they dominate the game and has been able to win a chip. Damian Lillard has been dominating the game for like the past 5-6 years. You know, and if we talked about it in the podcast before, outside of LaMarcus Aldridge, Damian Lillard has not played with a single All-Star. He has not played with a single All-Star. Who?
What about
We don't
Who?
care.
I couldn't hear you, Brandon.
Was CJ McCollum an All-Star?
No, CJ McCollum never was an All-Star.
CJ never made it.
He has never played with another All-Star.
Maybe
So
because
I understand your point.
CJ was really good, but he never made All-Star.
Yeah, I understand your point. Shea
Shea
Gilgeous-Alexander had a lot of big stats on bad teams, but Damian Lillard has been doing this on bad teams, and then he got shut down at the end of the season. So that's not his fault.
Whoa, now, brother. Whoa, now, brother. You got a little too much dip on your chip.
Yeah.
he said Shea Gilgeous scoring a whole lot on bad teams. He scored a lot on regular teams, good teams.
No. I'm saying Shea Gilgeous is on a bad team, so he's scoring a lot of points.
Well,
Damian Lillard has always been on bad. This ain't nothing new for Damian.
They're not bad.
Last season, I think he was averaging 28. I mean, so this ain't nothing new.
Oklahoma City is not.
But go ahead, man.
Oklahoma City
Hey,
getting
Brandon,
to be
but
solid.
the thing that speaks to me right now out of this whole situation, we're talking about players we're talking about who's better on a bad team. What?
Me?
We're
talking. These are individual. This is an individual conversation.
I brought this up because JP mentioned that he did not have. He did not feel Shea Gilgeous should have been in the top 15, but yet he has Dame top 10. And they both got similar stats. Matter of fact,
but Dame has been doing this. Dame is proven.
We're talking about going into next season.
Exactly.
Dame
got shut down at the end of the season. That's not Dame's fault.
Hey, listen, he played 58 games. I'm saying 58 games. That's what I see.
He played 50. He could have easily been in the high 60s if they had to shut him down at the end of the season.
I don't know the way they was looking. But hey, listen, I want.
Is this a lifetime achievement award?
Isaiah Thomas, for one, was on not on some bad teams when he won those chips. We talking about Vinny
Yeah, he had
Microwave
two now.
Johnson. We
Yeah,
talking
no, but
about Joe
Isaiah Thomas
Dumars,
was able to dominate the game
Bill
as a lead
Laimbeer.
guard.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I think Isaiah Thomas and
He
Steph
had
Curry,
some-
they stand alone when it comes to the 6'3" winning.
They did have better
I ain't
roster.
gonna lie
They
though.
had
I ain't
a
gonna lie.
roster. Both of those guys, Steph and Isaiah Thomas, both had
I'm not
some
gonna
definitely
lie.
some
6'3", man.
guys with them.
Number
Still be
I don't know
6'3"
who
short.
number 7 is because
Hold
I
on,
really
I
want.
didn't get
Yeah.
my
Well, hold on. Well, yeah. Let's
go ahead.
let's get Maze in here. Go ahead, Maze.
Go ahead, bro.
I had I struggled with this probably more because I love Dame too.
Wow.
I had him much lower than this, much lower. He made my list, but he was one of the ones that was in the bottom third of my list as well, only because we don't know. He's prepared to sit out. He doesn't want to be in Portland. He hadn't been traded, and he's prepared to sit. So does that affect if he's not traded by the time the season starts? And I couldn't say he'll probably be gone by the time the season starts. He'll probably be in Miami or Brooklyn or wherever he wants to go. I had to take it as of today, he's still with Portland. He doesn't want to be there, and he's made it clear that he's prepared to sit if he doesn't get traded. So if he doesn't get traded, that's gonna obviously maybe affect his availability. Now, to Say's point, he played 58 games last year. That's not all the games, but that's enough sample size to say, hey, this team is either gonna do something or don't. The fact that you have Dame Lillard on a team and the franchise says, you know what, after 58 games or whatever, no, maybe not after 58 games, but the last back part of the season, we shutting you down. He could easily say, no, you're not shutting me down. I'm playing. We still have an outside chance, as small as infant. Like it was probably the smallest chances to make the play in. But if he wanted to play, he could force the issue. He's one of those players that can say, no, I'm not shutting down. I'm gonna play and we're gonna try to finish out the season. He didn't want to be there. He's obviously lost his motivation in Portland. All this nonsense about him wanting to be loyal to Portland. Yeah, he probably did to an extent. I think that was just more of, I don't want to get the KD treatment. I don't want to be a snake. I want to be viewed as a good guy.
Yeah, well, Trailblazers slapped him in the face though too.
How?
They slapped him in the face by drafting Scoot Henderson.
I mean, you
Okay.
have to though. You have to.
If you're going to try to build a contender around Damian Lillard, the thought process is to trade that pick and get another player in.
Scoot Henderson. You could trade Scoot Henderson. I'd rather get the pick and then trade it.
If I'm Portland and I Portland wanted to wait until Dame asked so they can probably make him look like the guy asking out. I think it should have been a mutual thing when he said that I want to win. If I'm Portland, I just said, listen, I think we got two differences of opinion. We got this number 3 pick. We like Scoot. Let's just mutually agree that we're going to part ways. That's the way it should have been. That's the way it should have been.
Dame has given them 12 years of his career.
Oh yeah.
They haven't
Great
put
years.
a team around
Great
him
years.
in 12 years.
Mhm.
It ain't gonna happen now. He should have said, you know what, I'm out. Y'all trade me. When they shut him down, he should have.
How is that a slap in the face when you know a team is not going to build around you and you continue to sign deals with this
No.
team? You're literally slapping yourself.
Dame said at the beginning of when they got the number 3 pick, Dame said, I don't want to be part of a rebuild. He said it during the season. I don't want to be part of a rebuild. So with that being said, Dame has made it clear he would love to stay in Portland, but he does not want to be part of a rebuild.
All right. So
the Trailblazers said that we're gonna rebuild.
We'll leave it at that. We talked about Dame in episode 2 for sure when he originally asked for it. So I'm sorry, episode 3. Episode 3. And if you have not heard, please go back to episode 3 and go listen to that. Let's move forward to number 7. Number 8 was Dame Lillard. Number 7 from the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant. Let me read these stats off before you go. Let me read these stats off. 47 games, averaging 29.1 points, 6.7 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 56% from the field, shooting a field goal percentage from the 3 of 40%, 91.9 from the free throw line with a effective field goal percentage of 61.4. I think that's the highest we've seen. PER 25.9 with a win share of 6.8. Formerly number 2 on Watch Your Narratives list. He is now number 7.
What?
Big Wavy, have the floor.
I'm thinking about quitting the show.
Hey, unspotlight me too, by the way. I feel
Yo, spotlight me. Because I'm thinking about quitting the show. Okay. I understand. 47 games. Yeah, he's been injured. I understand. I definitely understand. But number 7 in the league, probably the most efficient player in the league with a the first player in NBA history that if he had played 13 more games, if he hadn't fell on that sorry Phoenix Suns court before game, like that was, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, Katie, you getting old. He felt like an old dude. You know, that was crazy, you know, to roll your ankle that way. But we'll talk about that more as the season comes. Almost 30 points per game, 6.7 rebounds. That's so you can basically say 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He shoots 56% from the floor, 40% from the 3, 92% from the free throw, an effective field goal percentage. I think he's got one of the highest in the league at 61. And we're saying he's the 7th best player in the league. Come on, bro. Not only that, to have dealt with the Kyrie blowout, his fault. Would have leaving Golden State, his fault. He still has been able to thrive. He's playing better after his Achilles injury than he did statistically before his Achilles injury. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Number 7 on the list. That ain't way higher. I got him way higher. And this ain't no emotional KD fan. I'm emotional right now because this is junk. This is junk. But no, off his play going into next season, and then in the playoffs, he didn't have a great playoffs, but he still averaged pretty much the same statistics in the playoffs, playing only like 17 or 18 games with the Suns before even entering. So he didn't even have a quarter of a season to play with these guys, and he still was doing the same thing. I don't understand it. Please explain to me how he is number 7. So that means y'all either got him lower than 7, or go ahead, please.
I can explain.
Go, JP.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, I am with Wade. I do got him slightly higher than this, but in the same range. You know, I do got Kevin Durant between the 7 and 4 range. But the fact of the matter is, hey man, look, Kevin Durant, he only played 47 games. He only played 47 games last season. He is by far the most efficient volume scorer we have ever seen. So definitely not going to take that away from him. But the fact of the matter is, man, look, it's kind of the same thing that we're talking about with Devin Booker. When you added another volume scorer to the team, stats are going to go down, right? Also, not to mention, I mean, Kevin Durant ain't no spring chicken either. You know, so I mean, it's going to come a point in time where, I mean, when you look at who's probably going to be heading this list, it's some young dogs at the top that we're gonna have to give respect to. It's time for a new wave of talent to start rising to the top. That's my feelings on it.
Lion, what you got? Because I'll let somebody else go before I get in one. I ain't trying to take it. I'm not trying to take the moderator.
We don't like Kevin Durant, no way. This man be spewing negativity in my ear back every time we go somewhere. So I don't want to hear Brandon take. I'm muting myself and turning my video off when he comes up.
Let him go. Let him say
I'm
his.
talking about you, Brandon. I don't want to hear your take, man.
He's talking about you.
You.
Who has negativity towards KD?
You.
You got me confused with somebody else, bro.
No.
Favorite players of all time. What are you talking about? Who you got me confused with, bro?
No, you, bro. You. Every time I be like, Chris, are you setting yourself up for disappointment this season?
No,
you don't remember that? You don't remember that?
That's with the Suns. That's what the Suns. That's a different conversation.
Go ahead, Lion. Go ahead, bro.
I'll talk about this. We're talking about KD y'all both said what I really wanted to say. My goodness, list stat line is crazy. 47 games, you know, and my goodness, this is efficiency. 56%, 40%. That's the highest three ball we've seen so far. 50, 40, 90, literally. But this is short-lived, yes. It was different when KD entered Golden State Warrior time. That was a system that was already created, that was ready to ingratiate him into it.
Thank you.
We'll have to literally see what the Suns do, how they do, because we got 3 incredibly offensive players.
Yep.
Not a single one of them is known as really a two-way player. And they will be
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant
is a two. He is, but do we talk about KD, man? KD be locking people up. Do we talk about that?
No, but Kevin Durant is definitely above average.
He's a good defensive player.
He's above average defensive player. But I will say that he is the greatest plug and play player we've ever seen.
It's not good.
Absolutely. He fits wherever he goes.
Great take. I was literally
he fits wherever he goes.
Yeah,
definitely. But will the other two be able to fit?
Right. That's
right. Will with him?
Like
honestly, KD's so nonchalant that he can go do whatever the heck. Anyway.
That's what's crazy is I think Kevin Durant can fit with any superstar in the league because he doesn't really demand the ball. You know what I mean? So like he's so efficient. Like he's getting I think he's getting 29 points probably off of like 10 or 12 shots.
Here, my thing was I'm a lot of in line with Lion. I had him. This is accurate for where I had him. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Not as a reflection of what I think about him as a player, because he could probably copy this exact same stat line next year.
Right.
Nobody would blink an eye because it's just what we've come to expect. Like Lion said, and the thing that I always tell people about the difference with this, with Phoenix, his time in Phoenix, his time in Brooklyn, everybody's like, oh man, it's all these. It's different because the way that Golden State played, the style of ball they played, not both of the other guys in that big three didn't need the ball to score. In Brooklyn, Kyrie and James Harden have to have the ball to be effective. They don't do anything off the ball. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, both very ball dominant two guards. So that means the ball is going to stick a lot with those guys. And it is going to take some time for them to work out, all right, how are we going to play with each other and be most effective? It's not going to, Kevin Durant being at 7 for me was not a reflection of him. It's a reflection of how they're going to make this work in Phoenix. And it's just going to be some natural, kind of growing pains. So it's not, for me, again, it's accurate only because I know they're the 6 guys that, are probably going to come after him on this list. Like you said earlier, some young guys that are really starting to come into their own as well. But Kevin, you could have the same stat line at the end of 23-24 and we wouldn't be surprised. So,
but I will say though, looking at that stat line, it's going to be tough to justify anybody above him.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
That is true.
I ain't gonna lie.
At a whopping 34 years old.
I mean, I can't get over the 61
point. Yeah.
Quick answer before I
it's absolutely crazy.
It just goes back to what I said earlier about are we judging production versus effectiveness? And
I'm doing effectiveness. I know.
But the fact of the matter is, like I said, I mean, it's been a while since he played a full season. You know what I mean? And I know.
Okay, JP. So I have a question going into and this is going to be a prequel to next year's top 15. What amount of games, fellas, do you feel a top 5 player has to play in order to qualify for your top 5?
What percentage of games?
No, how many? Just how many? Just to, like
my answer is 70.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's too high.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
That's
games.
too high. Yeah, we haven't seen no.
Top
We haven't
five
seen
player?
7
Yeah,
games.
Look,
I'm gonna say
All right,
more than
all right.
60.
How
I'm gonna
about-
say 60.
I'm gonna say 60 on the dot.
Yeah.
60 on the dot.
The
I'll
average
say-
games that we've seen from these top players has been about 55, which is
I'll say
crazy.
62.
You
I'll
know,
say
but I
60.
do think 60 is a good number.
A
I
lot
mean,
of them get injured as well.
yeah.
But
So
I'll
Kevin
say
Durant,
this
number
then.
7. Kevin
That's
Durant, number
part of
7. Hold your thought. Hold your thought.
Boot.
Let's go to number 6. Number 6 on the list. Who we got?
Oh no, y'all
Whoa.
definitely tweaking. Definitely tweaking.
Luka.
Got him over.
Luka Magic.
What?
Luka Doncic played
Ooh.
66 games last year. That's the 60 games. He averaged 32.4 points, rebounds 8.6, 8 assists a game, shooting from field 49.6 from the 3, 34.2, free throw percentage 74.2 with a effective field goal percentage of 56. PER 28.7, pretty high, and a win share, guys. We know he does everything, 10.2%.
So I hope James Harden is in the top 5 because this is just the James Harden stat line.
Man,
So-
bro.
I gotta say that. What's the difference?
Oh,
Alright, what's
my
the
So
goodness.
hold on.
We-
So hold
hey,
on.
hey, Ryan,
Let's go Boogie first. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Boog.
Man, listen.
The difference.
Listen. I got Luke in my top 15. Make no doubt about it. He got the talent to be top 15. But I mean, him this high in the list
Wow.
means that it's gonna be some folks left off the list
Yes.
completely.
I'm sorry, John. I guess I was wrong, bro.
I mean, listen. Okay, when you look at the stats, hey, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. That's dang good stats. His effective field goal percentage rating is really good. My problem with him is he is atrocious defensively,
Yes.
and the points and stuff. I said, I mean, we said it right when we seen his name. This is James Harden, and the reason why it's James Harden is because his usage rate is through the roof. He has the ball more than anybody else in the league, so of course he's going to be shooting and getting 32 points and 8 assists because nobody else touches the ball. So I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I feel like this is one of them things where Luka's a name. And some people stuck him where he ain't supposed to be.
Is he really a name though? Is he?
Luka's a name.
Luka's definitely a name.
Whoa.
He's a name, but
Compared to a early years Houston James Harden, what has Luka done?
Oh, he hasn't done anything. But he's a lot younger than what James Harden was in
James Harden. Hey, look up James Harden's age the first year. He was about the same age, bro. No cap.
Man, Luka's like
James Harden
like
didn't start
20,
doing that until
23, 24?
year
They were
3.
about the same age. I'm telling you, JP. They was close.
But
It ain't that much of a
but
difference.
Not talking about James Harden MVP years.
James
James Harden was like 27.
James
28.
Harden got the. It was 27.
James Harden entered MVP consideration his first
He's
year
34
in Houston.
now, ain't he?
Well,
he's like
he
34
wasn't really
now.
in
So
he wasn't really in
he's-
MVP consideration.
yeah, so
first year.
let's go to Hoop Lover, man. What you think? What's your thoughts on Luka right here?
Again, and I have to keep saying this in full disclosure, my list can be argued, I think, from several different angles. This is actually accurate for what our discussion is. It doesn't, and it's gonna sound stupid for me to say, it doesn't reflect my actual feelings about him as a player. To me, Luka doesn't really move the needle at all for me when I watch him play, because he's great. Don't get me wrong, and like you say, he's great offensively, but his style of play just isn't. He holds the ball. The ball gets stuck with him. He's Carmelo Anthony. He's James Harden. He's a lot of guys that we've seen over the years where the ball just sticks with, right? And the teams don't really excel, especially when playoff time. Team doesn't have just one night to prepare for you. They just played last night and they fly into Dallas and they got to do what they got 2 or 3 days to watch film, scheme, and they can really make it difficult. So this is actually accurate for where I placed him, but some of these on my list don't reflect how I feel about them as players, if that makes sense.
Do you think he's the number 6 player in the league?
He's up there for me. He is up there.
Like I said, this list, without giving away too much of my list, is accurate for where I had him on this list. Do I feel he's a top 6 player? Probably not. But
I do. I feel like he's a top 6.
And like I said, I can be argued either way. I can be convinced that he's a top 5 player, and I can be convinced that he's out the top 15.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those players for me. I'm kind of middle of the road on.
Yeah.
But he, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who you want to go next, Sid?
I don't know if I'm articulating it right.
Okay, bro. Okay. Yeah. He's definitely in my top 6 players. But he's not better than Kevin Durant right now. As of right now, there's no way. Look, bro, Luka, and this is gonna be one of my points in our recap episode, which will be shot next. Luka is the very definition of a cone, a turnstile, bro. People pick on him on defense. You're not picking on KD. You're not picking on Dame. You know what I mean? And I got him over Dame. I do. Yes, I do. I got him over Dame. I do.
Dame isn't a great defender.
He ain't no subpart.
They're
not. He ain't running from the matchup.
I got you, bro.
I'm just saying. You put some respect on his name. You hear me?
Not as bad as him. Let's not get crazy here.
Hey,
listen. Guess what, B-Mays? I will take Dame Lillard on defense any day of the week over Luka Doncic.
Absolutely, I agree, but let's not romanticize it here either. Though we love Dame.
I'm definitely not. But also, bro, like I said, this is just another version of James Harden.
I can agree with that.
And guess what? Dallas is trying to get players around him. But let me tell you my little silver lining in the sky. It's this guy that everybody knows and loves, and his name is Kyrie Irving. And guess what? By the end of this season, he ain't gonna be averaging 32.4 points a game. He might get the 8 boards. He's not gonna have the 8 assists. The field goal percentage might stay around the same. I didn't know Luka was shooting that low from 3. You know,
he's not very good from 3. I mean, he's okay. Wait a minute,
average. He's been better.
He's average.
He's been better.
Forget the 3-point percentage. What about this free throw percentage? He's not even. He's hitting a 3/4 of his free throw.
But you know that's actually his best season. This 3-point rating and this free throw percentage was actually his best.
Wait a minute. The same guy getting comparisons, and we know why he's getting comparisons. It's pretty obvious to Dirk Nowitzki, Larry Bird.
Why? Because they play in Dallas.
No, we yeah.
We just go.
You gonna make me say it, Brandon?
No, we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving.
Oh god!
Guess what? These guys were elite 3-point shooters and elite free throw shooters. So why are we comparing him? A better comparison would be a James Harden and a poor man's LeBron James. Let's keep it real.
I don't ever compare him to Dirk.
Yeah.
But I'm appalled. I'm not appalled. I can't say I'm appalled, but to have him over the number 7 guy, according to Watch Your Narrative Nation or the Watch Your Narrative podcast
number
members,
6.
At numbers, he's not better than he's not better than
I'll say this real quick. I would say for as Luka on for me when I created my list, this is about almost spot on for Luka. And I mean, what you got to kind of look at, we are going into next season. Look at this man's career averages, and you got to keep in mind that as was just highlighted, he has gotten better. So we're talking about from an average for the last 4 years, 27.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, 8 assists. And then the shooting percentages we see for his career, he's improved every season. So he's young. Is he going to improve more? I think so. This dude is a 4-time All-NBA player since he's been in the league. So, I know I agree with Brandon when he said that his style is not conclusive to winning. I agree with that. I would not want to play with Luka Doncic if I'm an NBA basketball player. But this guy is a marvel to watch. You know, you can't, and And it's crazy.
Oh,
that
he
he's
cold
not-
now.
He's not. He's cold. The boy
He
is cold.
cold. He cold
And
now.
to me, the reason why I think he's up this high is because he's so young, and he's going to only get better.
But
And
going
the
into
way he
next season,
plays-
he's better than Kevin Durant.
He's not even in his peak yet. This dude's not even in his peak.
I know,
He's
but
not in his
better than
peak.
Kevin Durant.
He's not in his peak,
Kevin-
man. He's not in his peak.
I
But
will say
better
this,
than
though.
Kevin Durant.
Hey,
He's not.
you not
He's not
answer
better
my
than
question?
KD.
Answer the
That-
question.
He's not
the
better
reason
than
why-
KD.
The reason why he's going to be better than KD going into next season is because KD is going to be playing as Hoop Lover highlighted with two ball
And he's going to be
stoppers.
playing with Kyrie
With
Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
Look at his
Kyrie
stats when Kyrie
Two-
Irving got there.
two,
His
two
stats was
ball
nowhere like
stoppers
that.
compared to one.
Also,
look at his stats. I'm looking at his
at
stats right now.
Boney-
30
Look
Boney
at no,
man.
look at Luka
Rebounds,
Doncic
8
stats
assists.
when Kyrie Irving got there.
Listen, JP. He said 2 ball stoppers according to one.
Two.
The ball stopper in Kyrie Irving. Mr. Dribble 20
Yeah.
seconds of the clock and
Oh,
make
yeah.
some crazy shot.
Yo, yeah, just wait till Bradley Beal and Devin Booker start dribbling.
Hey,
this
guess
thing.
what?
Wait.
Guess what? We ain't got to
Wait,
worry
wait.
about that.
He also
KD
played with
is
Russell
so good at the
Westbrook.
KD is so good at being a alternate option. He'll take maybe 12 to 15 shots a game and let Bradley Beal and Devin Booker vibe out. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So real quick, let's break this thing down real quick. Let's first of all, let's talk about where we are. We've cracked the first 10, and let's go back through it again. Number 15, Anthony Davis. 14, Jaylen Brown. 13, Jimmy Butler. Number 12, SGA. Number 11, Donovan Mitchell. Number 10, Devin Booker. Number 9, LeBron James. Number 8, Damian Lillard. Number 7, Kevin Durant. And number 6, Luka Doncic. Now, we can, of course, guess and talk about the top 5, right? But there's some names missing,
Mystery.
guys.
Yes, it
There
is.
are some names that I have not seen and I do not expect, and they better not be in the top 5. So I want to go to Wavy, bro. I want to come to you. Tell me what name to you sticks out right now that has not popped up on this list.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all already know the name that should have been on this list. Now, if he's up here, if he's in the top 5, I'm not gonna celebrate that because it's wrong. But he definitely should have been on this list. And it's Ja Morant. Where are you at? Also, where's Jason Tatum?
He's coming.
He's coming.
He's
Yeah,
coming.
Okay.
we'll talk about him
All right.
later.
But
definitely
mine's
talk about him
mine
later.
so far, it's Ja Morant.
Okay.
I'm very shocked Jamal Murray wasn't on the list.
Okay, hold on. Hold tight.
Go ahead.
Let's go Hoop Lover. Go ahead. Give me one. Who you missing? Who
Oh, you said
missing?
one. My bad, bro. I don't pay no attention.
You
My
about
bad.
to go through them, boy.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So many players haven't are on my who didn't make my cut, and it's for different reasons. It's not any reflection of how I feel about them as players. Mostly it was availability. All right. So let me preface that. But the name that I haven't heard yet, I don't know if it's coming, is Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony
Honorable
Edwards,
mention.
you think he's an honorable mention? Like I
Yeah,
said,
bro.
He won't be
ain't
in
been
top
doing it
5, I
long
don't
enough.
think, but
like
I do agree that he coming.
He ain't my top 5.
He coming.
Hey,
coming.
B, but I ain't gonna lie, he's high in my honorable mentions. He's very high in my honorable mentions.
I mean, it's like I could have
Mine
argued.
as well.
He coming. All right, Lion, who you think? Who
you think,
were you looking for in 15 through 6 you ain't seen yet?
I was gonna agree with Chris on the Ja Morant situation, but Jamal Murray is a guy that goodness
He
gracious.
didn't play a lot last season. That's the
So
reason
Kevin
why.
Durant
He
didn't
was
play. He's
hurt.
number
He was-
7.
he was
Kevin
Right,
Durant,
he was hurt.
right. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying.
Kevin Durant had a torn ACL and came back and played just fine.
Achilles.
Great.
Don't
Yeah, I think
Incredible.
take his knees away.
Excuse
Don't
me.
take his knees
My
away.
fault.
Stop.
Achilles, whatever you want to call it.
Jamal Murray was in my top 15. by the way.
What you think,
Jamal
Buddy?
Murray is a dog
Lower
of a
half,
player.
though. Lower half.
Yeah,
He
what
was
you
in my
think, Buddy?
top.
Okay, so I know this is gonna come as a surprise coming from me, but who I think should have been on this list, and there's a couple of people that I felt like should have been on this list that I know I'm not gonna hear. But man, Kyrie Irving should have been on this list.
What?
That that he lying. You're a
Nope.
cap.
I'm sorry. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Kyrie Irving should have been on this list.
Hey.
I know that when he got to the Mavs, it was a failed experiment. But people are forgetting when he was on the Brooklyn Nets, the Nets were like number 4 in the East.
Man.
Like they were hooping.
Man.
He's the
Yeah,
one
in
who
the
asked out.
Hey,
When
the
you
12
look at his stats for last season,
Man,
Forced
well,
him to
yeah.
ask out.
literally from the people that we just discussed, do you
Well,
know
yeah.
who has the second highest effective field goal percentage? Kyrie Irving.
Hey, who got the
He
first?
is the
Where he at?
top 15
JP,
talent, bro.
who got the first?
Where he at?
Who has the first effective highest?
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
But
Oh,
listen, but
Well, we
what
don't
I'm
know
saying
that.
is
Hey, there may be
Kyrie
another
Irving-
guy that may be right there with him.
Kyrie Irving should have been on this list. And for him to not make it over some of these other guys,
because listen.
Yo,
Suppose
yo,
it was a
hold on,
12-game
though.
season.
Hold on though.
Go
Like
ahead,
I'm
go
tired
ahead.
of y'all. I'm tired of y'all playing with this man's name. Where he at? Where's Kawhi?
hey man,
Where's Kawhi?
he at home where he was all last season.
Yeah.
Chilling with his
Hey,
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 he
he
chilling
Got
with
his New Balance
he
slides
chilling
on.
with his up.
In
No,
street,
chilling with
yeah,
his uncle.
he got his New Balance on.
Bro,
he got his New Balance
hey,
slides
listen,
on.
Hey,
boy.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm hoping he gonna be top 5 because
Hey,
he was in top 5 last year.
Man, he on the 5th floor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm sorry, he on the 4th floor. You know, nothing, just chilling.
Hey,
You know,
Hey,
about
you
better
even
be on the
saying.
look,
top
bro.
5.
I'm
He
a
better
fun
be on the
guy.
top 5.
Kawhi Leonard is sitting at home without a retwist. That's what he doing. Man.
Oh man, jeez.
Chilling.
Yo, hey, listen, guys, listen. Hey, great stuff, man. Listen, watch your Narrative Nation. Let us know what you think. Who do you think was missing on the list? Who do you think was missing on the list? Go to us, talk to us. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. Watch Your Narrative Podcast. Facebook. Watch Your Narrative Podcast. Let us know what you think. Like, who do you think was missing on the list? I think Kawhi. You know, we talked about Kyrie, Jamal Murray, just to name a few. Next episode. Do not miss next episode. You're going to hear our top 5, but you're going to also get a chance to see everybody's list. Everybody's list. We're going to see some boot lists, I'm pretty sure, because it's some boot names I done seen them. So we definitely going to see some boot lists. So tune in, guys. We cannot wait to see next episode. Do not miss it. Watch Your Narrative. We are out.